Moon sister, I never told you my eldest aunt of 9 children passed away on Thursday. She had a brain aneurysm. They put her in the hospital. She was in a coma and then life support. And they took her off life support. She lived 19 hours after life support. And it's almost like she waited for all her brothers and sisters, because this is in Winnipeg, a different province, and they all had to fly down there, a bunch of them. And it's like she waited for them. But anyway, I do have special prayer requests for her today. Stacy has some prayer requests. So we will type them in the chat. And Shelly, as soon as you're ready, I will start.
I'm so sorry about your aunt, Wendy. But I'm glad she's at peace. And I know how it feels to lose someone that we're close to. So you have my condolences, honey, and big hugs.
Yeah, Wendy, same for
and
me.
get her.
Sorry, I mean, I read about that the other day, and I'm really sorry, but I've been getting down a lot actually the last couple of days. I don't know what it is, if it's the weather, and I'm just trying to keep myself chirpy. But you know, it's very sad when you lose family members.
Yeah, thank you both. Thank you. I know she's at peace, and what they're saying is she's out of suffering, you know? She's out of suffering and she's at peace. I know she's going to be like a guardian angel, watching over her kids and her grandchildren and everyone, because she was such a beautiful person. And she loved to laugh, and she was always so positive despite her health issues. Amazing lady.
Well, whenever you're ready, Wendy.
Okay, I'm ready. Are you ready, Moon Sister?
Me and Madge are ready.
Today we align with the divine presence of our Mother, Father, God, the Buddha Vista prayer angels, the grid angels, the angels of illumination, the angels of magnetic service, and we call upon all the divine beings of the light who wish to be present with us here today. We align with Archangel Michael and all the ascended master beings of the light, the angels and the archangel beings of the light, and all their feminine counterparts. We align with Saint Germain, Lord Maitreya, Lord Metatron, Lord Melchizedek, asking for their divine protection on all levels and through all dimensions, as we open our energy to receive and welcome into this space all the magnificent beings of the light who are connected to and work with each of us here today. Auntie Shelley, Moon Sister, Stacy Sister, and myself, and all who cannot be here right now, they are with us in our hearts. We intend for our energy to be divinely aligned and held within the core presence of Mother, Father, God, as we invoke each being's fully mastered and Christ itself of the light. We call upon Archangel Metatron and our personal masters of the light. We ask them to manifest a powerful coating of protection and healing around each of us individually, and around our group, ensuring that only those vibrations, information, and presences that embody the highest levels of truth, wisdom, love, and knowledge to be permitted to be a part of this space now, today, and all times. May all that is shared with us be in accordance with the highest will of every being present, and may this be in divine harmony with the higher plan of Mother Earth and the highest divine blueprint. May this manifest for us now, and so it is, and so it is, and so it is. Amen.
Oh, that's wonderful, Wendy. Thank you very much. Moon, yes, I would. That would be very nice. But I would just like to say something because I don't know what it is. But guidance has been putting this in my thoughts, my consciousness, quite prominently the last few days, and I think it's because the angels want us to say something about this. And a few years ago, I was at the spiritual church, and one of the things that was brought up was when somebody was talking about, oh, it's against the law and you can't do this, you can't do that. And one of the spiritual mediums in church actually said, that's man's law, that's not our law. And that's always stuck in my head. And the last few days, I've been made consciously aware that our growth, our spiritual growth. So I don't know if you can construe this as being a prayer or anything, but the words that seem to be coming to me is for the liberation of mankind and all the human population who have been constrained by laws that have been put there to slow down our coexistence, if you like, and our sharing. And one of the prominent issues is copyright, and that's what they wanted me to talk about, was a little bit about copyright, because copyright isn't really serving anyone other than the corporations as a whole, because the majority of people out there want to give freely, and we all want to share freely. We want to give our love, and we want to be able to express ourselves. And what I'm seeing, I've got my eyes closed by the way, and what I'm being given right now is that it's like we're all chained to these laws which serve no one but the powers that be, who wish to separate us with these rules and regulations. Because when people create music, when people create art, when people create anything which brings a smile to another person's face, that is that creation, it's being immediately chained to a law to basically restrain it and confine it. And we are not here to be confined. People are not here on this planet to be confined. We are here to express, we are here to learn, we are here to evolve. And how can we do that when there's corporations out there who make out that it's for the protection of the creator or the creators of music, of art? Well, we are all one consciousness. You can go and pick up the telephone sometimes and know that know who it is on the other end who's just rung you. You know your auntie's just called you. That's because we are connected to the same source, the same conscious field. And you can be in a shopping centre and you can immediately know exactly what it is you want, not because it was just a gamble or a lucky guess. It was because inspiration, and inspiration means a spiritual message which has come from the ether, which has basically told you in your soul what it is you need or what it is your friend needs. So when you buy gifts for someone, you often will be connected to that ether, that inspiration. And I've got actually I forgot all about this, but I have actually got a video clip, and it's from a movie. It's a short clip. I'm not going to show you everything, but I would like to share this little clip. It's only a few minutes really, but I'm not going to do that just now because I would like Moon to come and say her piece. Thank you, Wendy. And Moon, over to you.
All right, thank you. We are open and ready to receive all the wonders of the universe as our prosperity increases each and every day, each every way. We thank you, Creator, for all that you have given us and all you are preparing for us now. We are open and ready to receive all the wonders of the universe as our prosperity increases each and every day, each and every way. We thank you, Creator, for all that you have given to us and all that you are preparing for us now. We are open and ready to receive all the wonders of the universe as our prosperity increases each and every day, each and every way. We thank you, Creator, for all that you have given to us and all that you are preparing for us now.
Amen. I don't know what we want to put on now. Hang on.
this world, things that amaze and define, an energy source for tomorrow, a model for clearing the air, and every country a partner free, sharing and lending a hand for this plan, for the plan.
Just give me, I mean, some jelly. Hang on.
Where's the clip, dear?
You think you did all that by yourself?
Well, there was certainly nobody else up there with me.
There was, Pete.
There was?
There was someone like you. And behind him, there was someone else. Maybe someone who learned what he learned on a motorized box kite. And if you think of it, you knew that. But you...
I did? What word?
It's what flyers and piano players and everyone else count on. They reach for it, they pray for it, and quite often, just when they need it most, they get it. It's breathed into them. It's what the word means. Spiritus, the divine breath. Inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah.
And now it's your turn to give it back. That's how the whole thing works.
That's how the whole thing works, huh? So now I'm supposed to give inspiration to some flyer.
Yes, but you're not going back as a flying instructor. That's only part of it.
Well, how is this supposed to work if
When you get the hang of it, they hear you inside their own minds, as if it were their thoughts. Clever?
Clever?
But remember, Pete, you've had your life, for better or for worse. And anything you do for yourself now is a waste of spirit. And there's your boy.
Okay, I'll stop it there because Wendy's missed it. I thought Wendy was going to say it, but but it's about inspiration. It's about spiritual. It's about giving. I can run it again probably for Wendy because she missed it. But actually, I should have opened it in the other player actually. Just give me a sec. So if for the moment, if you want, I'll put some stuff that Alan has given me permission to use. It will help us to relax, and we can do some meditation. And it's a special meditation he's put together himself. So if you want to partake in that, we'll do that now. Okay, right, let me just, I've got it in my list ready.
are the same. Your body is your portal to all that is, to the universe, to the one, to the knower and the known. Reach inward. Relax. Now, reach, relax, reach, relax. For this experiment, there has been prepared a small goldfish bowl filled with structured water. It is special water that is more energized and receptive to the effects of your intent and prayers. The water in this bowl has been named Hal. When you do this meditation, use Hal's name to refer to and focus upon this water. Prepare yourself now for meditation. Relax and breathe. Now, just for the moment, set aside all your judgments about what is possible. Forget logic, just for now. You can pick it back up again when we are finished, if you like. Let it all go with a relaxed but deep out-breath. Become quieter within and breathe fully but relaxed. Now imagine that the water that is in every cell of your body is connected to all the water in this planet, no matter where it is. Sense an inward flow of information within the water of your body that somehow connects outward to the entire mirror of life. Imagine an incredibly loving force of connection to all the water in the universe. You could envision the connection as infinitely small lines of energy, or perhaps data streams of information that weave together both your inner and outer universes. 10 billion light years away, there has been found a quasar that contains 140 trillion times the amount of water found on Earth. Imagine that your body's water is miraculously connected with this massive and intelligent substance deep in the universe. Time and space are not an issue in this connection. What you feel here in your own body is part of a universal state of being. Tap into the awe and wonder and magnitude of it all. Now bring your attention back to Earth and once again breathe fully and relax even further. Recall your fondest memories of a water experience. Perhaps you've been on the shore of an ocean or lake in this life or in a dream, and you have seen the most pristine crystalline blue waters, full of life and energy. Or perhaps you've stood under a refreshing waterfall as it cascaded upon you, making you feel more alive than ever before. Feel the peace, relaxation, and joy of being there again. Feel the feeling. Relive it as fully as you can within. This sends the same message to your being as if you are really there. Let that feeling resonate the water within your body. Feel gratitude for having that memory and thank the water. Know that the water hears you and feels you, and it becomes more beautiful in its energy with the love and gratitude you give it. For there would be no life without water. Water is life. Now, still feeling this beautiful energy in your being, fully connected to those heartfelt memories and the universe, turn your attention to the container of water named Hal. Say, "Hello, Hal. I am you and you are me." Listen for a moment. Does Hal respond? Ask Hal for permission to fully connect. Feel a sense of grace, surrender, and humbleness within, and then invite and bow to its presence. When you can feel the permission to do so, say to Hal, "Hal, I would like you to transform your properties in order to help teach myself and all of humanity about our connection to each other and all water." I'll say that again. Hal, I would like you to transform your properties in order to help teach myself and all of humanity about our connection to each other and all water. Do not doubt your right to do so, for you and Hal are one. Listen. Continue to feel the love and gratitude you've pulled up into your awareness for the water of life. And then peacefully, firmly, and with commitment of heart, command, Hal, turn your color from clear to crystalline blue, and maintain that color until further notice. Let's say that again. Hal, turn your color from clear to crystalline blue and maintain that color until further notice. see the water blue, and hold that in your mind. When you feel complete with this, hold it within your knowing and say, "And so it is. Thank you, water. Thank you, Hal. I love you." And then give this vision in knowing and in trust to the loving universe to fulfill just for you. You do not have to micromanage this co-creation. Let it go now and trust that the universe is fully loving and supportive for you in whatever you wish to co-create. Your job is finished for the first part of this meditation. Aho. The next part of the experiment, Aspect 2, has us focusing our love, intention, and attention on Max. There is no need to look at potential issues for healing, but instead hold a vision of wellness and wholeness surrounded by love and belief for him. Begin traveling inward with a deep cleansing breath. Let every trace of tension go. Breathe with me now several times. Take a moment and connect with your own sense of inner world awareness and spiritual support. Good. We are going on a journey into your own beingness. The desired outcome may become outpictured in the receiver, but we are going inward into ourselves to manifest and envision. The good news is our human biology has been divinely designed to be an out-of-this-world, phantasmic, organic machine that can do amazing things once we know how to command it. Our bodies are portals into everything physical and beyond. We are a time machine, a spaceship, universal receiver transmitter, transmuter, a multidimensional vehicle, a shapeshifter, reality shifter, love generators, light generators, and so much more. Open your heart and mind, and relax deeper. Breathe. Begin sending your awareness into your body and into any sense of your energetic or informational body. Know thyself is the key to the universe. That is, you in verse. This is your universe. You are not just a drop in the vast ocean. You are also the vast ocean. Go inward and find it. Imagine and sense the sheer complexity of just your own body doing and being everything it is. Dive deep down into the information ocean contained within your body. Receive the information that comes into you from all around you, even from the entire universe. Your body's perfection is that it so closely follows the input that designs it, and that is your belief. Know that every aspect of you is changeable, even your genetics. This is true. It's true science. Each of your genes can be expressed or outpictured 30,000 different ways. Even if you have an extremely rare genetic defect, one of those expressions is to appear completely normal. If that's not enough, genes can be rewritten. And what's more, new genes can be made. And it's controlled by signals from your own belief and the universe. It's true. Even the cellular signals for self is received from the environment. Imagine, you are not just in your body. Get into the information ocean. It has a message for you, I myself have heard. This information ocean is water. The water of your body. It connects you to all that is. What is the message? You have everything you need. Now, relax. What else does it have to tell you? We are going deeper still now. Imagine, envision, seeing into the deepest recesses of your cellular makeup. Imagine blurs of light and vibration as you go inward. Sounds are zipping around you. Feelings and concepts fly by and are gone into deep space between your molecules as they travel to other parts of your body. Tune into one of the bigger and brighter streams of light information, of energy. And if you're willing, jump in. Ask it to take you to a place where the information for your own divine blueprint is stored, managed, arranged, and repatterned. It is the control center, the hub of your entire multidimensional beingness. As you arrive there are barely visible other beings moving about as if in a strange space-time slipstream, and they are having a constant discourse with the heart of your own nerve center. You are somehow familiar with them, and their presence reassures you. You are a team with a common mission. Visualize before you now a crystalline workstation with a handprint input node. Place your hand onto the handprint. Receive a download, a translation of data about the essence of who you are. Feel it as feeling, perhaps as emotion or images. Just receive. This feeling refreshes you, it vitalizes you, charges you with knowing and purpose. The crystal handprint flashes. The transmission is now complete. Over to one side, a flurry of pleasant sound and light gathers your attention, and you are transfixed to see what will coalesce from this vortex of energy. The light show settles down to a floating hologram. The image is hard to make out at first, but quickly comes into view. It is Max. Flashes of Max quickly move about. showing some kind of dimensional slideshow of all his aspects. Finally, the image settles down to the one you know. Suddenly from above, another input station drops down before you. A small beam of violet light shoots out and connects to your third eye. Another beam of green light connects to your heart. White light connects to your crown, and so on, until all your chakras are connected to this input station with a rainbow of light beams. And you realize that the perfection of your own code and the love of who you are is being sent as support to Max. It's not fixing him. It's loving him. It's inspiring him. It's connecting with him in sheer joy of creating new realities. You are then shown with the hologram energy pattern visions of yourself in some of your hardest moments throughout lifetimes and dimensions. You see and remember moments where you completely forgot who you were. You felt alone and needed help and love. And sometimes you received help, and sometimes you did not. Lifetimes of powerlessness flashed before you. You felt separated from all that is, from God itself. Seeing all of these visions has made it fresh for you. You remember your losses, your disappointments, and miscreations. And when it's almost all too much, the furious download suddenly stops. As you stand there breathless and frozen by sensory overload, a circuit within you suddenly rewires. A long-forgotten node of awareness begins to awaken. And you remember that core essence within, that divine spark that had been set aside so long ago. You are remembering your divine blueprint of perfection. Not like looking at an immensely complex data blueprint, but a blueprint made of life experience. Only now you remember the you that was always there behind the scenes. You remember the divine you that was there for every one of those hard moments when you thought you were alone. In a flash of sudden realization, you have deep empathy for those lost parts of you. Your heart is bursting with love. The kind of love you forgot could exist at all. Your heart feels like a wormhole to the entire universe. Now with your core beingness there, standing right in your higher presence, you feel both rock solid and fluid, like the hardest diamond floating in a sea of love. This is the real you, the expanded you, your whole lovable self. And the love and compassion and empathy pours in and out to yourself. You have given yourself the greatest gift, remembering the you you've always been. That is the true meaning of forgiving. For what do you have to give but yourself? For giving yourself. And breathe. Now you stand there like an angel, like a god or goddess, having a human experience, and you turn your attention back to Max's image, now in the hologram. The light beams retract from their connection with your chakras, except for the heart center. The green beam expands to fill the room, and it superimposes atop the hologram of Max. Now you realize that you are sending vast amounts of love. Your realizations of self are now patterns of creation being sent to him. You see him in complete perfection and in wholeness and in wellness of spirit. You can feel your expansion of awareness snowballing to him like a cascade of dominoes connecting one to the other, to the one. All the love that you would give to yourself for your soul's journey, you are now also sending to Max. It is the highest gift you have to give. It is your rainbow bridge of light to anywhere. Invite all to cross it and make sure you do too. And there you are, beaming light and changing not just a life, but life itself. You are life. And breathe. Gracefully return your awareness to your room and your outer body. Know that your imagination and feelings matter and that they do make a difference. You are needed here. Relax. You are so loved. I trust you realize that not only did you set off on a journey of envisioning wellness and perfection for Max, but you also took that journey yourself. Congratulations for all the love you were able to let in and also give. As it was said in the Avatar movie, I see you. Namaste.
Okay, I'll stop it there. Yeah, that was really interesting. Just a minute. That was interesting. Oh, you're muted for some reason. Right, recording again. Right, okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Just recording again now because I had to split the video file. It got to about 800 megabytes, and I'm gonna have to shrink that down later on. If I let it get too big and it crashes on me, it means I lose everything. So it's better to split them into small chunks, and then if something goes wrong. Red. Oh, yeah, it does actually. It looks very. I think it's because it's next to your shawl or whatever you're wearing. That's it's got red bits in it, and it kind of the colour kind of smears, doesn't it? The colour sort of, I don't know how to put it, blends. But Wendy had to disappear because I think her boyfriend probably came home or something. But yeah, that was interesting, that meditation. It was kind of I didn't meditate all the way through it, but I'll probably do that myself properly when I play it back later. But I did actually get the impression it was like a conveyor belt travelling through the universe, and our journey it's like we're on this conveyor belt, and even when we don't think we're actually moving, we are moving, because everything's moving with us, and because our planet is ascending, and all the planets in our solar system are actually ascending as well, which a lot of people don't realise that, because that's the reason why the moon is so bright and the stars are so much brighter than normal, because the amount of light that's being emanated is actually increasing. There was a thing talked about a few years ago about the photons, and one one person from a crystal shop actually asked me the question, what does it mean about photons? What do photons mean? And I said, well, that's light. That's what light's made of. You know, it's made of. And she said, oh, I see. She said, because what we've been hearing is that there's going to be an increase in photons. Well, that's obviously because light's increasing, and light is information, and a lot of people don't realise that, because we are crystalline beings, and our structure, our DNA, receives light, and on that light comes information and who we are and knowledge. And as the light levels increase, it's not just it's not just visible light. The light spectrum is actually huge. I mean, it goes right into the infrared and ultraviolet. There's all these different spectrums, and as these levels increase, our consciousness also increases. And when people speak about the dark forces and darkness, what they really are talking about is quite literally darkness. Because if you put something in the dark, it will wither and die. That's why plants like to be out in the sunshine. And these Kabbalists, these oh, are you going, Moo? Okay. Sorry, I haven't pressed my button. I was just talking about Blog TV people. I don't know. There's probably one person on there. I don't know. So you have to do a bit of laundry. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll finish this off anyway.
Hello, Pete.
Hello.
Hap.
Hello, Hap.
That was quite a show back there.
Yes, ma'am.
Take a seat.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah, I sure saved Al's bacon, all right. It's just too bad about my port engine. You know, my fuel tank went up just like... Just a minute.
Comfy around the neck?
Yeah, it's fine. Listen, how did I get out of that one?
You didn't get out, Pete.
I didn't. My plane did blow up. I think I do remember that.
A real fireball.
Yeah. Now I'm sitting here in the woods getting my hair cut. Well, either I'm dead or I'm crazy.
You're not crazy, Pete.
Hap, I don't want you to think that I'm doubting your good faith or anything like that. I just want to get something clear. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. I'm dead?
That's right.
I'm dead.
Right.
Keep the sideburns. What a jerk I turned out to be. Dead. What do you think of that? Trina.
She's still not over it.
Well, I hope not. I've only been dead, what, 20 minutes?
Well, yes and no down there. They think it's 6 months. Time's funny stuff, Pete. A lot funnier than Einstein ever figured out.
Yeah? How'd he take it?
I think that'll do it. Where was I?
Time is funny stuff.
Ah, yes, that was it. Space has its points, too. Anyway, in the 5 months since you crashed...
But you said it was 6 months.
Yes, but that was then. You see, I'm telling you everything in the wrong order. I'm sorry. What I have to explain to you...
Hey, look! a solo in one of those.
That's right.
I did that!
That's right.
Boy, oh boy, was I nervous. But you want to know a funny thing? Once I got up there, I felt like a veteran. I couldn't do anything wrong. I flew that plane like Fats Waller flies his piano. I circled the field, and then I found a perfect side slip right into the wind, and I came in just like a leaf.
That's right. And you think you did all that by yourself?
Well, there was certainly nobody else up there with me.
There was, Pete.
There was?
There was someone like you. And behind him, there was someone else. Maybe someone who learned what he learned on a motorized box kite. And if you think of it, you knew that. But you had a different word for it.
I did? What word?
It's what flyers and piano players and everyone else count on. They reach for it, they pray for it, and quite often, just when they need it most, they get it. It's breathed into them. It's what the word means. Spiritus, the divine breath. Inspiration.
Inspiration. Yeah.
And now it's your turn to give it back. That's how the whole thing works.
That's how the whole thing is, huh? So now I'm supposed to give inspiration to some flyer.
Yes, but you're not going back as a flying instructor. That's only part of it.
Well, how is this supposed to work if I'm
When you get the hang of it, they hear you inside their own minds, as if it were their thoughts. Clever?
clever?
But remember, Pete, you've had your life, for better or for worse. And anything you do for yourself now is a waste of spirit. And there's your boy.